Noah's Ark, When It Rained Cats, Dogs, and Elephants. Story by Luthando's Enchanted Tales AI. Long, long ago, when the world was young and people still thought umbrellas were silly ideas, there lived a man named Noah. He wasn't the strongest man in town, nor the richest, but his heart was pure and kind. While the world around him had become noisy, greedy, and mean, Noah still listened to God's voice in the quiet of his soul. One morning, as the birds sang and the sun rose like a golden crown, God spoke to Noah. "The world has forgotten me, Noah. It's filled with violence and wickedness. But you have found favor in my eyes. I'm going to send rain, a great flood to wash the earth clean. Build an ark." Noah blinked. "A what now?" he asked politely. "An ark," said God. "A big boat, big enough for your family and 2 of every kind of animal." Noah had built many things before, but a boat the size of a small country? That was new. When Noah told his neighbors, they burst out laughing. "Rain? What's that?" shouted one man. Another snorted. "You're saying water is going to fall from the sky?" A woman giggled. "Noah, you've been out in the sun too long." But Noah didn't let their jokes shake him. Day after day, hammer after hammer, plank after plank, he worked with his sons Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sound of hammering echoed across the valley like a heartbeat of faith. The animals started arriving just as God promised, 2 by 2. Lions strutted proudly, elephants trumpeted, and monkeys swung from the scaffolding like circus performers. Even the snails showed up, though a bit late, of course. The townspeople stopped laughing for a moment as they watched the endless parade of creatures walking into the ark. "Maybe he's onto something," one muttered. But before they could decide, the sky began to change. Dark clouds rolled in, heavy and angry. A cold wind swept through the trees, and for the first time ever, thunder growled from above. A drop of rain fell onto Noah's nose. Then another, then hundreds, then thousands. The people who had mocked him started screaming, running, and banging on the ark's doors. But God had sealed it shut. Inside the ark, it was a world of wonder. Ha 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 ha. Imagine trying to sleep while elephants snore, parrots gossip, and goats argue about who gets the top bunk. Noah's wife, Naamah, kept things calm. "Everyone, please, no pushing. We have enough hay for everyone." Despite the noise, Noah smiled. He trusted God completely. Even as the waters rose higher and higher, lifting the ark into the sky, Noah whispered, "You're with us, Lord." Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Outside was endless water, but inside was peace. Noah taught his family songs to keep their faith strong. The animals, once loud and restless, grew calm. One morning, Noah sent out a dove, watching it disappear into the mist. When it returned with a tiny olive leaf in its beak, the whole ark erupted in cheers. "Land!" shouted his sons, dancing joyfully. Even the lions gave a happy roar. Finally, the ark rested on the mountains of Ararat. The doors opened, and fresh air rushed in. Noah stepped out, his feet sinking into soft earth. The sun shone bright again, and a rainbow stretched across the sky like a promise painted by God himself. "My covenant with you," said God gently, "is that never again will I flood the earth." Noah knelt and thanked him with tears of joy. And that, dear friends, is how one man's obedience saved the world. When people laugh at your faith, remember Noah. When it feels like the storm will never end, remember that God always has a rainbow waiting on the other side. So, when life rains, cats, dogs, and elephants, don't give up. Build your ark and keep trusting. Remember, God loves you, and please support this channel.